ready.
Welcome to Haysville, where you'll find award-winning schools for students of all ages in a family-friendly community. Waiting here for you.
Say hello to Haysville now.
Great things are happening in Haysville. A beautiful new activity center near Riggs Park to get in shape and have fun. A nationally recognized school system with new state-of-the-art facilities. Great people, great neighborhoods, a great place to grow a family. So say hello to Haysville.
Say hello to Haysville now.
It's summer in Haysville, with families enjoying our hometown market, plenty of summer activities, and celebrations to last a lifetime. Join us for summertime fun.
Say hello to Haysville now.
Welcome to Haysville, where you'll find miles of lighted hike and bike trails that take you through beautiful neighborhoods and parks. Visit our activity center and see what you've been missing.
Say hello to Haysville now.
And good evening, everybody. It's baseball time in Haysville. Todd Hook along with Chris Worrell bringing you live Aviator baseball action tonight. Sunflower Collegiate League East matchup between your Aviators and the El Dorado Broncos. Broncos come in 15-14. They are coached by Jacob Kelly, Grant Bachara, Easton Herring, and Sam Hirsch. Here's how the Broncos will go. Cooper Elliott will lead it off. He will play over at third base. Brant Kim will be at shortstop and hit second, hitting third. Tanner White, who will be in the designated hitter spot. In the cleanup spot will be Tanner Sparks. He will be at second base. Connor Ken will play first base and hit fifth, hitting sixth. Dawson Woods, he will do the catching. Zach Breeden will play left field and hit seventh. And in the eighth spot will be Jordan Griffin. He will be in center. And rounding out the order in right field will be Carson Cox. Again, that's Elliott, Kim, White, Sparks, Ken, Woods, Breeden, Griffin, and Cox. That's how the El Dorado will go. Defensively for the Aviators, left to right in the outfield, will be Candor, Gordon, and Stevens. Levon Reynoso will be over at third base. Sterling Sperling will be at short. Chris Robinson will be at second base. Dejan Reynoso is over at first. He seems to be doing okay. He took a ball to the face last night. And Nick Martin will do the catching. Ben Ludwig, a right-hander out of Southwestern, will do the pitching. Fantastic summer season for Ludwig. 34 1/3 innings of work, 29 hits, 14 runs, 22 walks, and 30 strikeouts. He's 3-1 on the season. Has a very stingy ERA of 2.62, and we're ready to go. First pitch weather, 88 degrees, heat index of 92. Wind is a little bit different today. It's blowing in from right field. That's out of the east. Grandpa used to say, when the wind's out of the east, it rains the least. So I think we're going to get this one in. First pitch is just a bit outside to Cooper Elliott. 343 on the season, nice numbers. Hit 304 in the last 7 games. So the left-hander having a good summer in El Dorado. Third baseman tonight. That is lifted to center field, and that'll be Gordon. He will range over to left center and haul it in. And they're one away.
Up next for the Broncos from Hope College, number 10, Brant Kim.
Aviators took care of the Twins last night, 8-7. Wasn't easy. Cruised right along for about 7 innings. Able to hold on. One away now. Top of the first. USD 261 night here at the ballpark. I believe that the first 100 USD 261 employees will get a free prize just for showing up. There's no admission tonight, folks. And Brant Kim will wear that one on the backside, and he's aboard with one away. He's out of Libertyville, Illinois.
For the Broncos from Oklahoma City, number 4, Tanner White.
So that'll bring up Tanner White, designated hitter, hitting 375. He's out of Oklahoma City. Runner on and one away. He has been on an absolute tear the last 7 days, hitting .522 with 12 hits and 11 driven in. So a big out there at the plate. Runner goes. Throw down. And he's out of there. So a good shot by Nick Martin. Looked like a pretty good jump by Kim, but he was thrown out pretty easily. So a fastball to Martin, handled it well, and threw a BB. And they're 2 away. One 0 to White. And that's outside. 2 balls and no strikes. With nobody on, this is the time to face Tanner White. Designated hitter, tall, strapping, left-handed hitter. And he takes a hack. He'll come up empty. I've got 2-1, and that is correct. 2 balls and a strike. Broncos come in hitting .262 as a team, and giving up just a smidge more than 5 runs per game. That is popped foul, That'll be out of play. Pitching has been a lot better for El Dorado in the last 7 days, only giving up 4.5 runs a game. But the hitting has kind of gone south in the last 7 days, only hitting .218 as a team in the last 7 days. That is bounced right side. Reynoso up with it. He will flip to Ludwig, and that'll do it. Broncos go in order. We've played a half from Haysville. No score. We will be right back.
Are you ready?
All right, welcome back. We go to the bottom of the first. USD 261 night here at the ballpark. We have played a half, no score. Here's how the home team, the Aviators, will go. They're 19-11, coached by Lance Spongeberg and Mitch Kellogg. Thomas Stevens will lead it off and play right field. Chris Robinson will be at second base and hit second. Levon Reynoso will hit third. He will play third base. And brother Dejan Reynoso will be in the cleanup spot and play first. Tooley will be the designated hitter and hit in the 5 spot. Keaton Candor will hit 6th, playing left field. Sterling Spurgeon will be at short and hit 7th. Hitting 8th, Nick Martin will do the catching and rounding out the order. In center field will be Charlie Gordon. Again, that's Stevens, Robinson, Levon Reynoso, Dejan Reynoso, Tooley, Candor, Sperling, Martin, and Gordon. That's how your Aviators will go. Defensively for the Broncos, left to right in the outfield, Breeden, Griffin, and Cox. Elliott at third base, Kim over at shortstop, Sparks. At second base, Ken over at first. Woods doing the catching, and on the mound out of Louisville, Tennessee will be Josh Young, 24 2/3 innings of work, 19 hits, 10 runs, 5 walks, 24 Ks, 2-1 on the season, and a very stingy 2.92 ERA. First pitch to Stevens is low, ball 1. Stevens comes in hitting .299 out of LSU Eunice. That is to the second baseman. That'll be Sparks. He's up with it, over to first. In time for the out. So Stevens hit it on the nose, but right at Sparks, and there's one away. That'll bring up Chris Robinson. He's out of East Texas Baptist. Nice numbers, 324 on the season. He will step in from the right side. Second baseman tonight. Young with the sign, shows bunt, and bunted foul. Just underway in Haysville, 261 night. If you're in the area, come on out. 0-1, swung on or missed. Good fastball from Young. And Robinson in the hole, 0-2. And swung on and missed, so a little unsure of the pitch. A little defensive swing, and there are 2 away.
Batting third for the Aviators from Erskine College, third baseman, number 19.
This will bring up Levon Reynoso, third baseman tonight. Had a career at Chesapeake College last spring. First pitch high and in. Hitting .406 as we speak. That's a career. It's in there at the knees, 1-1. 10 home runs on the year for Levon. And he's driven in 33. 1-1, off-speed pitch, just floats inside. And there's 2 balls and a strike. Very little wind here at the ballpark. What we do have is blowing out of the east. It's in there for a strike. Look like a little change up from Josh Young. And it's 2 balls and 2 strikes, 2 away. Bottom of the first, nobody on. 2-2. That's into center field. Griffin coming hard. And he will get there and haul it in. So the Aviators go in order. We've played one. No score from Haysville. We'll be right back.
Welcome to Haysville, where you'll find award-winning schools for students of all ages in a family-friendly community. Waiting here for you.
Say hello to Haysville now.
Great things are happening in Haysville, a beautiful new activity center.
And we're back. We go to the top of the second. No score from Haysville. It'll be 4, 5, and 6 for the Broncos. Sparks, Ken and Woods scheduled. USD 261 night. We have a nice smattering of 261, at least campus folk that I know of are here. Dr. Burke threw out the first pitch along with Coach Jonathan Dravis. Actually, his son threw it out, so he delegated that. So it was nice for them to come out. They are still here. First pitch to Sparks is foul straight back. He's out of Shawnee, Oklahoma. Nice numbers, 268 on the season. And he takes one at the knees, and it's 0-2. Haysville atop the Sunflower Collegiate East Division. They're 19-11. 2 ahead of Derby. 0-2. Nice. Swung on and missed. Off-speed pitch, just the bottom fell out of it. And they're 1 away. First strikeout of the night for Ludwig. Here's Connor Ken. Swinging it well in the last week. He's had 6 hits out of Wixom, Michigan. Tall drink of water. Got to be 6'4", 6'5". Got to be somewhere somebody's looking for a post player. Here he is. That is high and away. Appreciate all the well-wishers. We weren't able to go on last home game. Chris was ill. He is feeling much better. We appreciate everybody checking on him. He is not pregnant, so we've ruled that out. Top-notch medical here in southern Kansas. Lots of good medical care here, so he is on the mend. 1-1 now to Connor Ken. That is drilled to right center. And Gordon back and to his left. He will run it down. Fantastic route to the baseball by Charlie out there in center. And they're 2 away. Ken hit it on the nose, but Gordon ran it down. 2 away. Here's Dawson Woods. Left-hander out of Corsicana, Texas. First pitch to him. That is drilled to right. Stevens shielding his eyes back and to his right. Will haul it in. And the Broncos go in order for the second time. We've played 1.5. No score from Haysville. We'll be right back.
Near Riggs Park to get in shape and have fun. A nationally recognized school system with new state-of-the-art facilities, great people, great neighborhoods, a great place to grow a family. So say hello to Haysville.
Say hello to Haysville now.
It's summer in Haysville, with families enjoying our hometown market, plenty of summer activities, and celebrations to last a lifetime. Join us for summertime fun.
Say hello to Haysville now.
And welcome back. Home half of the second we go. No score from Haysville. It'll be 4, 5, and 6. For the Aviators, it'll be Dejan Reynoso, Thule, and Keaton Candor. Here's Dejan Reynoso. First baseman tonight took a wicked hop, actually, from his twin brother last night at Derby. Got a bad hop into right between his eyes. One eye is a little bit black. He was doing a little icing beforehand, but he seems to be no worse for the wear so far. First pitch to him is low and in. 3:30 on the season. He and his brother both had outstanding careers at Chesapeake College last spring. That is filleted into right field. Base hit. That'll get down. Reynoso around first. He is digging for second. He will be in there head first ahead of the throw. So a good hustle double out of Dejan Reynoso. And he's at second base with nobody out.
From Ottawa University, designated hitter number 1, Thule Nakahima.
Young boys and girls at home, that's how you get a double. That really was not a given double by the defense, but he was hustling out of the box and made it work. Here's Thule out of College of the Canyons. Wanted me to say hello to his mother. Gets the bunt down over to first. And a job done by Thule. So a Thule with a shout out to his mom in Los Angeles. One away. And that'll bring up Keaton Candor. So Reynoso down to third. Still no score. Bottom of the second. Still time to get out here if you're in the area, especially if you're a USD 261 employee. You get a free prize. First pitch swing, drill to center. Griffin, a few steps back, that'll be deep enough. And Reynoso will tag, and the Aviators take the lead here in the bottom of the second, 1-0. Couldn't draw it up any better than that. Lead-off double, a successful sacrifice, and a nice sac fly. And they're two-way. Here's Sperling, Scottsdale Community College. He'll take a strike. Swinging it pretty well last week, but seems to have cooled off, hitting .210. Shortstop tonight. That's inside. Josh Young dispatched with the Aviators in the first inning in just 10 pitches. That is fisted foul. Ball and 2 strikes, 2 away. 1 run across here in the bottom of the second. Aviators lead at 1-0. That is in there for a call strike. Sperling will watch it, and that'll do it for the Aviators. We've played 2. Aviators score first. They lead at 1-0. We'll be back.
Welcome to Haysville, where you'll find miles of lighted hike and bike trails that take you through beautiful neighborhoods and parks. Visit our activity center and see what you've been missing.
And welcome back. Go to the top of the third, 1-0 Aviators. It'll be the bottom third of the order for the Broncos. It'll be 7, 8, 9. Brendan, Griffin, and Cox. Here's Zach Brendan out of Lakesville, Minnesota. Tall right-handed hitter hitting a $154. Left field tonight. 16 pitches for Ben Ludwig through 2 innings. And the first pitch misses just a bit low. Both pitchers been very efficient tonight for the most part. Ball and no strikes. That is into right field. Coming hard is Stevens. He will get it at the shoe tops, and they're 1 away. Good play by Stevens in right field. That was a tough play. Hit right at him and into the sun. And Breeden is erased. 1 down, Jordan Griffin. Ellerslie, Georgia product. We do have a train coming, by the way. First pitch swing, that's through the left side for a base hit. And Griffin's aboard with 1 away. Must be the 722 coming through. 9-hole man, here's Carson Cox out of Texarkana. .233 on the season. In right field tonight. First pitch, a little off-speed pitch, catches the outside corner, 0-1. No balls and a strike, 1 away. Griffin is aboard. And a base hit through the left side. Pretty good lead for him over there. Runner goes, off-speed pitch, here's the throw. And not in time. Martin put it right on the dot, but a good guess by Jordan Griffin running on something off speed. And he's at second base with 1 away. Ball and a strike to Carson Cox. Big wide open stance. Little Craig Biggio going there. And that is in there. Actually, that is low. Two balls and a strike. That's in the dirt, smothered nicely by Nick Martin. Griffin unable to advance on the ball in the dirt. USD 261 night here at the old ball yard. See a nice group of campus folks. There's got to be other folks. 3-1 now. Swung on and missed. Challenged him with a fastball, and it's 3-2. Three balls, 2 strikes, 1 away. And a runner at second base, top of the third. Aviators cling to a 1-0 lead. And the pitch swung on and missed, and he got him. So Carson Cox was way ahead in the count. And Ludwig able to bounce back and get the strikeout. Second strikeout of the night for Ludwig. And they're 2 away. Top of the order, Cooper Elliott. Left-hander popped out to center field in the first one. He's 0 for 1. .343 on the season. Out of Andover. Takes a hack at the first one, comes up empty. 0-1. USD 261 has one of the highest graduation rates for 6A schools in the state of Kansas. We hover around 90% graduation rate. So very proud of that. Very proud of the folks that I work with. And that's low. 1 ball and 1 strike. The national average for graduation rates around 72%, so way above average. If you're thinking about relocating somewhere and want quality schools, Haysville is the place. 1-1. That is through the middle for a base hit. And Griffin will be sent, and the throw is cut off. So Griffin will score, and that'll tie it up 1 apiece. Elliott with the RBI. And here's Brant Kemp. Libertyville, Illinois, was hit by a pitch last time up and was caught stealing. So Elliott at first, pretty good lead. And the pitch, that's inside. Ball and no strikes, 2 away, top of the third. Broncos get a run, they tie it up at 1. And just missed inside. Martin held it there for a second. And it's 2 balls and no strikes. Haysville leads the Sunflower Collegiate League East Division at 19-11. 2 games clear of second place Derby. .3-0 now to Brant Kemp. Pitch. That missed inside, so a 4-pitch walk to Brant Kemp. So runners at first and second. Here's the designated hitter, Tanner White. He'll step in from the left side. Bounced out to the right side. He's over 1. Been on a tear, though. 522 in the last week. He's driven in 11 with 12 hits. First pitch is up. Ball 1, so that's 5 straight out of the zone from Ben Ludwig. Has walked 22 this season and punched out 30. Here's the 1-0. Off-speed pitch right in there. And a nice breaking ball for a strike. 1-1. Ball and a strike, 2 away. And runners at first and second. And that just missed outside. Tried to backdoor a curveball. And it's 2-1. Wind continues to blow in from right field. That would be out of the east. Two and one. Ludwig is ready. Here it is. That's popped foul. Have a girls softball tournament going on here too. So foul balls are always an adventure. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Ludwig trying to get out of it without any further damage. Score's tied at 1. And a pitch. That is through the right side for a base hit. They'll send the runner. And the throw is into third, not in time. And the Broncos take the lead 2-1. So credit Tanner White with an RBI. Here's Tanner Sparks, cleanup guy out of Shawnee. 268, strikeout victim in the second, so he's over 1. Broncos now lead at 2-1. And runners at the corners. First pitch in there for a strike. Good fastball from Ludwig. Pitch number 37 coming for Ludwig. That's swung on and missed. Good Off-speed pitch, and Sparks was fooled. Ludwig way ahead, 0-2, and 2 away. Kim at third, and White over at first. 2-1 Broncos. Off-speed pitch swung on and missed, and that'll do it. So El Dorado will strand a couple, but they get a couple. Our new score after 2.5, 2-1 Broncos. We'll be right back.
Say hello to Haysville now.
Are you ready?
And welcome back. We go to the bottom of the third. Broncos get a couple in the top. They lead it 2-1. Bottom third of the order for Haysville. Actually, it'll be 8, 9, and 1. It'll be Martin, Gordon, and Stevens. Here's Nick Martin out of Glendale Community College in Los Angeles. 222 on the season, doing the catching. He will step in from the right side, get his first look at Josh Young. Fastball right in there. So just 18 pitches for Young through 2 innings. Pretty economical. That's inside. 1 ball and 1 strike. USD 261 night here at the ballpark. Nice crowd on hand. If you're in the area, still time to come out. We're just in the bottom of the third. Two 2-1. That is popped foul. USD 261 encompasses 36 square miles and is a 2-time National Showcase District for capturing kids' hearts. That's a national program and recognition. All 10 schools were recognized as a showcase school for capturing kids' hearts. 3 balls and 2 strikes now to Martin. That is popped foul. So a good battle by Martin. Three-2 now. That's swung on. Just got a piece of it. And Woods hangs on. There's 1 away. Got 1 up around his eyes. Martin unable to come up with it. And there's 1 away. Third strike out of the ball game for Josh Young. Here's Charlie Gordon, center fielder out of LSU Eunice. 224 on the season. Runs down just about everything hit to him. First pitch high and in, ball 1. General manager and I were talking the other night about our outfield. That swung on and missed. About how sure-handed they were. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 away. And that's high. Todd and Chris bringing it to you tonight. That's inside, 3-1. So Charlie can relax and look for a spot. Will be a threat to run if he was to get on. 3-1. That's a fastball right in there, and it's 3-2. Aviators hitting .277 as a team, but in the last 7 days been swinging it pretty well, hitting .309 as a team. So getting hot as of late. Count full now to Charles Gordon. However, they've been a little bit loose with the runs. The last week, their ERA is 6.84. We've got to get that under control before we get to the NBC. Count remains 3-2. Young with the sign. Here it is. That's in there at the knees. And Charlie will watch it, and they're 2 away.
Now batting for the Aviators, number 10, Thomas Stevens.
2 away, top of the order. Here's Thomas Stevens. Bounced out right side in the first. He's 0 for 1. Swinging a hot bat, .524 in the last 7 days. And takes inside ball 1. 11 hits in the last week, and he's driven in 5. That is driven to left field. Breeden going back, looking up near the track. Gone! So a home run for Thomas Stevens. And just like that, we're all tied up here in Haysville. So Thomas Stevens gets a fastball, goes down and gets it, and deposited that just shy of 63rd Street. So we're all tied at 2.
Number 2, Chris Robinson.
And bring up the second baseman, Chris Robinson. So Stevens continues with the hot bat. First pitch to Robinson. That is down. He's 0 for 1 today with a strikeout in the first. Nice numbers, .324. He's out of East Texas Baptist. That's swung on and missed, and it's 1-1. Young with a good fastball with a lot of velocity and movement. Here's a 1-1. And just missed inside. 2 balls and a strike. That is pop foul. Another guy not in the lineup tonight, Derek Greening. He's out with a hamstring pull. He's hitting .500 in the last week, but he is on the shelf for the moment. Two. That is bounced right side. High hopper. Sparks comes to get it, and we'll throw him out. So the Aviators get 1. We've played 3. We're all tied at 2. We'll be right back.
Welcome to Haysville, where you'll find award-winning schools for students of all ages in a family-friendly community. Waiting here for you.
Say hello to Haysville now.
And we're back. We go to the top of the 4th. We're all tied at 2. Broncos 2, Aviators 2. It'll be 5, 6, and 7 For the Broncos, it'll be Ken Woods and Breeden.
Connor Kent.
Ken 0 for 1, flew out to the left fielder in the second. Tall, strapping left-hander. 6 hits in the last 7 days, so swinging a pretty hot bat out of Wixom, Michigan. 344 on the season. 1-0. 40 pitches for Ben Ludwig through 3. It's a bouncer to the right side. And Reynoso up with it, flips to Ludwig. And just like they draw it up in spring training, there's one away.
Now batting for the Broncos, number 50, Dawson Woods.
One away. Here's the catcher, Dawson Woods, out of Corsicana. He is hitless today, 0 for 1. Flew out to right in the second. This will be his second look at Ben Ludwig. And the pitch, that is bounced foul, right side. Haysville 19-11. They're leading the Sunflower Collegiate East, followed by Derby, 2 games out of first place. And your El Dorado club, 15-14, 3.5 games out of first place. Nice change of pace. He swings through it, and it's 0-2. Newton, 15-16. They're 4.5 games out of first. And Mulvane, 13-16. They are 5.5 games out of first place. The Salina Shock has disbanded about a week ago, actually. 0-2 in there for a strike, so Woods will watch it, and it's the 4th strikeout of the ball game for Ludwig.
Now batting for the Broncos, number 16, Zach Breeden.
2 away, here's Zach Breeden. The Shock will finish the season 3-27 after their forfeits. We do have a game with Salina on the schedule that will not be played. Very disappointing to have a organization fold halfway through, or better than halfway through. First pitch swinging is Breeden. Pop to center, and Gordon right there to haul it in. And they're 3 up and 3 down. So the Broncos go in order. We've played 3.5, 2-2. We'll be right back.
Great things are happening in Haysville, a beautiful new activity center near Riggs Park to get in shape and have fun. A nationally recognized school system with new state-of-the-art facilities, great people, great neighborhoods, a great place to grow a family. So say hello to Haysville.
Say hello to Haysville now.
It's summer in Haysville, with families enjoying our hometown market, plenty of summer activities, and celebrations to last a lifetime. Join us for summertime fun.
Say hello to Haysville now.
And we're back. We go to the home half of the 4th. We're all tied at 2. 3, 4, and 5 scheduled for the Aviators. It'll be the Reynosos and Thule. Here is Levon Reynoso. 0 for 1 tonight. Flew out to center in the first. He will get his second look at Josh Young, who has settled in nicely. He's given up a run in the second and 1 in the third. Just 37 pitches. And an off-speed pitch. And Reynoso offers, and he'll come up empty on 1. 0-1, same pitch, and bounced foul. So a steady diet to Levon Reynoso, hitting .406. You would think there would be nothing close to the strike zone for him. Stevens with a home run in the third. And that tied it up. We're all tied at 2. Home half of the 4th. Nobody out, nobody on. Inside. 2 balls and 2 strikes to Levon Reynoso. Josh Young, a very quick worker. 2-2 in the dirt. And it's 3-2. So Reynoso deep in the count and was behind early. Has milked it to a 3-2 count. And challenged him with a fastball up around the letters, and he fouls it back. How nobody gets hit with these foul balls, I'll never know. 3-2 again, and that hit him. So Josh Young was comfortably ahead of one of the best hitters in the league and ends up hitting him. Here's Dejan Reynoso. Doubled and scored in the second. He's 1 for 1. 330 on the season. He will step in from the right side. These guys are twin brothers. And the first pitch is a fastball taken outside. Aviators at El Dorado tomorrow. 7 o'clock first pitch. Monday at Cheney. That's inside. 2 balls and no strikes. The Wednesday game versus Salina on the schedule will not be played. That's a forfeit. And our next broadcast will be the last game of the regular season next Thursday versus Andale right here, 7 o'clock first pitch. We'll have it for you. That is wide 3-0. So 3 straight balls to Dejan Reynoso. Runner at first. His brother. In there for a strike. Catches the outside corner. It's 3-1. Three balls and a strike. Nobody out. And the pitch. That is to the second baseman. Up with it. Over to short for 1. And back to first. And the Broncos will roll it. So a nice double play for the Broncos. And they're 2 away. That'll bring up Tooley. Wants to give a shout out to his mama. Got to hurry with him because he'll take a hack at the first pitch more often than not if it's in there. So any shout outs on Tooley, you got to do it in a hurry. He wants to be sure his mother sends money. If she wants to send it to me, I'll give it to him based on his needs. How about that? College of the Canyons. He's had a nice week, and as advertised, takes a hack at the first one. He's down to count 0-1. 6 hits in the last week, and 375. That is popped up right side. Second baseman Sparks out into shallow right, and that'll do it. So the Aviators go in order. We've played 2. We've played 4. We're all tied at 2. We'll be back. Hey, welcome back. We go to the 5th. We're all tied at 2. Todd and Chris bringing it to you tonight. Beautiful night in Haysville. 261 night. Local school district here is the sponsor. Nice smattering of campus folks as well as other district employees. We appreciate everybody coming out. 8, 9, and 1 scheduled for the Broncos. It will be Griffin, Cox, and Elliott. Are all tied at 2. Here's Jordan Griffin. Singled, stole a base, and scored in the third. Broncos got both of their runs in the third. So an off-speed pitch to Jordan Griffin's in there for a strike. Ellerslie, Georgia is where he comes from. He's a center fielder tonight. Takes a pitch high. 254 on the season, and he's 1 for 1 today. And a little change of pace. Got out ahead of it, and it's 1-2. Ball and 2 strikes, top of the 5th. And nobody out, nobody on. 2-2 ball game. 1-2. That swung on and missed. Gathered by Martin. The throw down to first a bit high, but Reynoso hauls it in, and there's 1 away. So that'll be strikeout number 5 for Ludwig. That'll bring up the 9-hole man, Carson Cox. He's 0 for 1. Strikeout victim in the third. Ludwig got out of the 4th in only 6 pitches. Cox out of Texarkana. Might be raining down there for too long. A lot of Louisiana folks. They need to keep an eye on the weather. First pitch swinging. Good fastball from Ludwig. He will come up empty, 0-1. Broncos hitting .262 as a team. Only .218 in the last week. Off-speed pitch is fouled back. And it's 0-2. Ludwig had a few hiccups, gave up a couple of runs in the third. Has since settled in nicely. 0-2. And that is just upstairs. Tried to challenge him something around the letters. Pretty good plate presence there by Cox to let it go. It was a good 0-2 pitch. 1-2 now. Ludwig with the sign. And here it is. Swung on and missed. And that'll be strikeout number 6 for the evening for Ben Ludwig.
Now batting for the Broncos, number 3, Cooper Elliott.
Top of the order, here's Cooper Elliott. Broncos went in order in the 1st, 2nd, and the 4th. Trying to get them in order again here in the 5th. Elliott 1 for 2, a run scored. Off-speed pitch in there at the knees, and it's 0-1. If Ludwig can have success with that pitch consistently, then I think he will have a very successful evening. So a new baseball now for Ludwig. No balls and a strike. That is going to be fair. So Martin unable to pick it up cleanly. And Elliott will be aboard. We will see how they're going to score it. Looks like they're going to give an error. Ball just went straight down and died. I thought Martin might have thought that was going to go foul. But here's Brant Kim. They will charge the error to Nick Martin. Pretty good lead over there by Elliott. And a pitch. That is into center field. Long run for Gordon, and he will haul it in. Boy, good route. And that'll do it for the Broncos. They're going to strand one. We played 4.5. We're all tied at 2. We'll be back.
Welcome to Haysville, where you'll find miles of lighted hike and bike trails that take you through beautiful neighborhoods and parks. Visit our activity center and see what you've been missing.
Say hello to Haysville now.
And we're back. We go to the home half of the fifth. We're all tied at 2. It'll be 6, 7, and 8 for the Aviators. Candor, Sperling, and Martin scheduled. Just 49 pitches for Josh Young through 4 innings. So pretty economical work for that young man. He gave up a run in the second and 1 in the third. Here's Candor. Flew out to center field in the second. He's 0 for 1. Was credited with an RBI. Out of Concordia, hitting .281. And he takes a big hack at the first one and fouls it straight back. No balls and a strike. Home half of the fifth. Nobody out, nobody on. Todd and Chris bringing it to you tonight. Happy to be back with you. 0-1. That's low. 1 ball and 1 strike. Aviators hitting .277 as a team. Inside. Off-speed pitch misses. And it's 2-1. 309 in the last week. But they've given up a lot of runs in the last week. They're averaging 6.8 a game. That is driven to left field. Breeden back near the track. And we'll haul it in. So a nice swing by Keaton Candor. He will come up empty.
For the Aviators, number 22, Kurt
Sperling now. Looked at 1 in the second. He's 0 for 1 out of Scottsdale. Right-handed hitting shortstop, hitting .210. And he takes an off-speed pitch at the knee. Strike 1. That is bounced foul. Nice crowd on tap. USD 261 night here at the old ballpark. Off-speed pitch misses inside, and it's 1-2. Lots of academic success, of course, at 261, but lots of athletic success in the last year. After this pitch, we'll tell you all about it. Here's the 1-2. And time is called. We'll tell you about it now. USD 261 6A boys and girls state champion bowlers. That's Campus High School. That's popped foul. They're also the 6A state baseball champions. This is their home field right here. Colts won at 91, and again this last season. Able to win it all over at KU. Here's 1-2. That hit him. So Sperling was behind an account and will wear it. So a kind of an unforced error there by Josh Young. That'll bring up the catcher, Nick Martin. Hitless tonight, 0 for 1. A strikeout in the third. 222 out of Glendale Community College. And he takes a fastball in there for a strike. Home half of the fifth. We're all tied at 2. 3 hits for the Broncos, 2 for the Aviators. Been a fantastic pitching performance from both pitchers. Sperling with a good lead, and they pitch out. 1 ball and 1 strike. And he goes. Throw down, and he'll steal it. So a good walking lead by Sterling Sperling. He will steal second base, and he is in scoring position with 1 away. 2 balls and a strike, 1 away. There was some confusion about what the count was. And the pitch, that's low. Good take there by Martin. And as it goes to 3-1. Bottom third of the Aviator order. That is fisted, popped up. And first baseman Ken will haul it in, and they're 2 away.
Batting for the Aviators, number 20, Charles Gordon.
9-hole man Charlie Gordon. LSU Eunice. Step in from the right side. He's 0 for 1. Strikeout in the third. And the speedy center fielder hitting .224. Off-speed pitch floats in there for a strike. So both pitchers able to successfully throw some soft stuff early in the count, which leaves many, many options. Here's the 0-1. Shows bunt, gets it down the first base line, and they will let it go. And the call is fair. First baseman Ken let it go, and it rolled fair. Looks like the Bronco coach is out of the dugout. I couldn't tell which side of the bag it went on. The argument continues at home plate, and the Bronco coach is ejected. And he's going to come back and get his money's worth. But nonetheless, Sperling will score on the play, and the Aviators take the 3-2 lead. It looks like that Jacob Kelly has been sent home early. There are 2 away. Looks like they will score it a base hit.
Now batting for the Aviators, number 10, Thomas Stevens.
So Gordon with the base hit and the RBI. He's at first base. Might look for him to run. Not a very good stolen base average. He's stolen 1 base and was caught 3 times. Here's Thomas Stevens. He's 1 for 2 with a big home run in the third. Just have to go back and look at that one. I'm not sure where the ball was when it crossed the bag. It was on this side. So Chris says the ball was clearly on this side of the bag. So that would make it a fair ball. Looks like we're going to have a visit to the mound. Look like an assistant coach out to talk to the pitcher. 2 outs. Kind of catch you up. Candor let it off, flew out to the track and left. Sperling was hit by a pitch, stole second base. Martin popped up to the right side. And Charlie Gordon with a push bunt down the first base side that stayed fair by an eyelash. And Sperling scored on the play. Assistant coach is conversing now with the home plate umpire, still trying to get some kind of clarification. I don't seem to be that complicated. Unless maybe they think the ball was touched by Gordon. I didn't see anything of that nature. Looks like the field umpire is going to come in. We're going to have further discussions. So while they're talking about it, let's tell you a little bit about what's going on around the league. Looks like Cheney is at Great Bend tonight. Andale is at Hutch. Salina and Newton had a game scheduled, but that will be forfeited. And Mulvane's at Derby. Umpires are now going to converse a little bit more. Head coach for the Broncos has been ejected. Aviators scored on the play. There's 2 outs in the inning. Aviators now lead at 3-2. Scores from yesterday: Great Bend took care of Mulvane 6-4. Newton beat El Dorado 6-4. And Cheney beat Hutch 14-11. Of course, your Aviators took care of Derby 8-7. So the conference is over. Everybody appears to be satisfied except for the head coach. He's on his way home. And here's Thomas Stevens. He takes a hack at the first one, and it's 0-1. Throw over, pretty close. And Gordon back in there. 3 strikeouts on the night for Josh Young. Actually, that's 4. That is down the line fair into left field for a base hit. Charlie around second. He will be into third. The throw is cut off. And runners at the corners. So back-to-back base hits for the Aviators. And with 2 away, Aviators have runners at the corners. And here is Chris Robinson. First pitch to him is away, ball 1. Robinson, nice numbers on the season out of East Texas Baptist. 324. And the pitch is in there for a strikeout, leaving it up 1-1. First and third for the Aviators. They now lead it 3-2. That is swung on and missed. That was in on his hands a bit, and it's 1-2. 324 on the season for Chris. Good lead over there by Stevens. Stevens runs very well, has stolen several bases. Stevens with 12 stolen bags on the year. That is in the dirt. And Stevens will go to second on the wild pitch. Woods blocked it nicely, but not well enough to keep Stevens at first base. Stevens with a good job of reading that ball in the dirt. And it's 2-2. That's a defensive swing, and he will strike out. So Robinson will leave a couple of on. We have played 5. Aviators have taken the lead. They now lead at 3-2. We'll be back.
Are you ready?
Welcome to Haysville, where you'll find award-winning schools.
And welcome back. We go to the top of the 6th. The Aviators have taken the lead. They lead at 3-2. For the Broncos, it'll be 3, 4, and 5. It'll be White, Sparks, and Kent. Tanner White now, he's 1 for 2. Singled an RBI in the 3rd. Nice numbers in the last week, 522. He has 12 hits and driven in 11. Left-hander out of Oklahoma City, 375. And an off-speed pitch misses the back door. And it's 1-0. So 58 pitches through 5 innings for Ben Ludwig. That's an off-speed pitch, swung through and missed. Up around the letters, 1-1. If you just joined us, the Broncos skipper was ejected in the 5th. And it's 1 ball and 1 strike. That is up the middle for a base hit. And Tanner White will be aboard with nobody out. So his hot hitting continues. It's his 2nd hit of the ball game. This will bring up Tanner Sparks. He's 0 for 2, a couple of strikeouts out of Shawnee, Oklahoma. Right-hander hitting .268. Pretty good lead over there by Tanner White. Ludwig with the sign. He'll throw over. And White back in there. Top of 6, 3-2 Aviators. Go ahead run in the bottom. Runner goes, swung on, and the throw down, not in time. Throw was good. Martin had to double pump a little bit, had a little trouble in the exchange, or he probably gets him. But that'll be a stolen base for Tanner White. And the tying run's at second base with nobody out. No balls and a strike to Tanner Sparks. Lights coming on here at the ballpark. That's on the inside corner. And it's 0-2. Oh and 2, nobody out. Ludwig trying to get the first out of the inning. That swung on and missed. In the dirt. And a tag applied by Martin, and there's 1 away. So that is strikeout number 7 for Ludwig. And they're 1 away. Here's Connor Ken. Hitless tonight, 0 for 2. Looks like, are they going to go with a pinch hitter? Looked like they had a pinch hitter. The umpire was writing something down. I'm thinking that the warning was issued. Looks like another player has been ejected. Is there somebody leaving the dugout, probably arguing balls and strikes? Folks, things have kind of unraveled for the Broncos here in the last inning and a half. So it looks like another player has been ejected. Not sure who it is. Backpack is on. He is behind the screen, headed to the stands. Well, he does have a coach's overshirt on, so I don't know whether that was a coach or a player. So lots of exits here in Haysville. 3-2 Aviators were in the top half of the 6th. Very well pitched ball games from both sides. 4 hits apiece. Aviators have committed 1 error. So here is Connor Ken, 0 for 2. First baseman with 1 away. Runner at second. Tried to check his swing. We have a great angle to look at that, and he did go around, but I don't guess they're going to appeal. So 1-0. And a pitch in there for a strike, and that'll leaving it up 1-1. Broncos will host the Aviators tomorrow. They will have Monday off. Tuesday they'll have the Twins at X Stadium. And Wednesday be at home versus Derby. And the last home game of the season will be Thursday versus Cheney. That's in there for a strike. 1-2. Six hits in the last week for Ken. 344 hitter at the start of the day. And the 1-2. That is just into left field, fair. And a run will score. So White will score, and we're all tied at 3. That'll be our RBI for Ken, and he's aboard with 1 away. Ball was just inside the line to left field, just dumped it over the head of Reynoso. And here's Dawson Woods. Hitless today, 0 for 2 with a strikeout. And the pitch. Fastball is popped foul. And it's 0-1. Absolutely stunning night for baseball here in Haysville. That's in there for a strike. The heat that we usually have this time of year has not appeared. First pitch temperature was 90 degrees, but it's usually quite hotter than that. 0-2 and 1 away. Here's a pitch. That just misses low. Good 0-2 pitch. And good discipline by Woods. Woods a strikeout victim in the 4th. He's out of Corsicana. Here's the 1-2. That is foul straight back. Just missed a young lady over on the softball field. Not by much. Ball and 2 strikes, 1 away. Runner at first base. And a pitch. And that's high and away. It's 2 balls and 2 strikes, 1 away. Runner at first, that would be Connor Ken. Tanner White led it off with a base hit and a stolen base, followed by a strikeout and a base hit by Ken. And you're up to date. And the pitch, that is off-speed pitch fouled back into the softball field. It ought to be hard hat night at the ballpark, I'm just saying. Woods a good at bat. He's 0 for 2. He's trying to get that first base hit of the ball game. Hitting a .149 on the season. 2 balls and 2 strikes. And 1 away. That is into right field. And Stevens, ranging to his left, will haul it in for out number 2. Boy, Woods put a charge into it. And Stevens ran it down near the line. They're 2 away. Here's Zach Breeden. Hitless tonight, 0 for 2 out of Lakesville, Minnesota. Pitch number 76 coming for Ben Ludwig. Dead calm here at the ballpark. Absolutely no wind. Off-speed pitch misses outside, and it's ball 1. Breeden lined out to the right fielder in the 3rd and flew out to the center fielder in the 4th. He's 0 for 2. .54 at the start of the day. That is popped foul down the left side. That'll get out of play. And it's 1-1. 2 away, top of 6. We're all tied at 3. 2 very well-pitched ball games. 1-1. That's just a bit out, and it's 2-1. Two-1. That is in there at the knees. And it's 2-2. A few moans and groans from the Bronco faithful. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 away. Runner at first base, that would be Connor Kent. Here's the 2-2. Swung on and missed, and they'll get him. And that is strikeout number 8. El Dorado will get one, but they will strand one. We have played 5.5. We're all tied at 3. We'll be right back.
For students of all ages, in a family-friendly community, waiting here for you.
Say hello to Haysville now.
Great things are happening in Haysville, a beautiful new activity center near Riggs Park to get in shape and have fun. A nationally recognized school system with new state-of-the-art facilities, great people, great neighborhoods, a great place to grow a family. So say hello to Haysville.
Say hello to Haysville now.
All right. Thank you. Yes, sir. Hey, welcome back. We're going to go to, let's see, what inning are we in? Bottom of the 7th. Bottom of the 6th. That was Robbie Brocious' folks. Robbie has come down with a virus, and he's really sick. So they're out checking on him. That is Levon Reynoso. He will take the first pitch into left field. It'll be 3, 4, and 5. Levon with his first hit of the ball game. We're all tied at 3. So, yeah, Robbie Brocious on the shelf. He has got a virus, and they say he's getting a little bit better. It's going to be a day or two before he comes back. Missing him in right field. So Dejan Reynoso now. He is 1 for 2 with a run scored and a double. Dejan doubled in the second and scored. That's in there for a strike. And looks like 1-1 now. Folks honking at Chris again. Everybody wants to see Chris. 1-1 and a big hack. And he'll swing through at 1-2. Tomorrow, your Aviators at El Dorado, 7 o'clock first pitch. And then at Cheney on Monday. That is fisted to the right side. Second baseman unable to handle it. That is Sparks. That ball had some English on it. At the best, they were going to get maybe 1 at second base, but Sparks will boot it. And the Reynosos are on. So here's Tooley. He's 0 for 2 tonight. He's had a nice last week, hitting .375. First and second, nobody out. We're all tied at 3 here in the home half of the 6th. Aviators and the Broncos. That is bunted, caught by the first baseman, and they will double up Reynoso. So the sacrifice went horribly wrong. Tooley unable to get the ball down, popped it up to Ken, the first baseman. Makes a nice shoestring catch, and threw it back to Sparks for the double play. So 2 down. Here's Keaton Candor. Good news for Josh Young. He was in a little bit of trouble with nobody out. Off-speed pitch to Candor, in there for a strike. Candor 0 for 2. Has hit the ball hard both times, but right at somebody. Swung on and missed. and it's 0-2. Tough time of night to pick up the baseball. It has some shadows in between pitcher's mound and home plate. Lights are on, but they have yet to completely take effect. The sun has not yet gone below the horizon here in southern Kansas. 0-2. That's high and away. Good discipline there by Keaton Candor. Absolutely no wind here at the ballpark. Usually the wind is blowing out of the south and the same temperature as a blast furnace. So we'll take it. USD 261 night here at the old ballpark, celebrating all of the employees that teach at 261 here in Haysville. 1-2. That is to the screen. It sounded like a foul ball to me. Thought Candor got a piece of that. Tried to check his swing. And I thought he got a piece of it and then went back to the screen. At least that's what I thought I heard. So they're going to call it a wild pitch. Levon Reynoso down to third. Catcher Woods out to talk to his pitcher. 2 balls and 2 strikes to Candor, 2 away. All tied up at 3, bottom of 6. Two. That is driven to center. Griffin back and to his right. Near the track, he will get it on the run. And that'll do it for the Aviators. They will strand 1. We've played 6. We're all tied at 3. We'll be right back.
It's summer in Haysville, with families enjoying our hometown market, plenty of summer activities, and celebrations to last a lifetime. Join us for summertime fun.
Say hello to Haysville now.
And welcome back. We go to the 7th. We're all tied at 3. Looks like both starters will continue to work. Ben Ludwig out for inning number 7. 80 pitches for Ben through 6 innings. 8, 9, and 1 scheduled for the Broncos. It will be Griffin, Cox, and Elliott. Here's Jordan Griffin. 1 for 2 today. Run scored and a stolen base. Ellerslie, Georgia product. Step in from the right side. And he will take a hack at an off-speed pitch and come up empty. 0-1. And here's the 0-1. Is another off-speed pitch, more than another defensive swing by Jordan Griffin. And he's in the hole 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes, top of 7. And the third straight off-speed pitch, gets a piece of it. And the count remains 0-2. Ludwig has only given up 2.62 runs per 9 innings this year. Very stingy ERA. Here's the 0-2. Off-speed pitch swings through it. Martin with the tag. And they're 1 away. So strikeout number 9 for Ludwig. And they're 1 away. Here's Carson Cox. He's 0 for 2, a couple of strikeouts. He's a strikeout away from the Golden Sombrero. Out of Texarkana. Takes a pitch low, ball 1. Jeff and Linda Long on hand tonight, USD 261 employees. Looks like they're heading to the exits. Jeff, a math teacher and a coach. Linda, our homeless coordinator. 2 balls and no strikes to Carson Cox. And a pitch is high and in, and it's 3-0. One away, nobody on. We're in the top half of the 7th. We're all tied at 3. It's in there. And it's 2-1. And he'll walk him. I guess it was 3-1. So the Aviators have walked the 9-hole man. Top of the order here's Cooper Elliott. Reached on an error in the 5th. Base hit and scored in the 3rd. He's 1 for 3 out of Andover. And the pitch in there for a strike. 1 away and 1 on. Activity now in the El Dorado bullpen. No balls and a strike. And that's low. And it's 1-1. One ball, 1 strike, 1 away. We're all tied at 3 in there. The off-speed pitch catches the outside corner, 1-2. And tried to, able to hold up, check his swing. Thought about taking a hack. And it's 2-2. Pretty good 1-2 pitch. Count goes to 2 balls and 2 strikes. That's a little nubber back to the pitcher. Ludwig up with it to second for 1. Back to first. And the Aviators will turn it. And that'll do it for the Broncos. Stretch time in Haysville. We've played 6.5. We're all tied at 3. We'll be back.
Welcome to Haysville, where you'll find miles of lighted hike and bike trails that take you through beautiful neighborhoods and parks. Visit our activity center and see what you've been missing.
Say hello to Haysville now.
And welcome back. We go to the home half of the seventh. We're all tied at 3. New pitcher for the Broncos, Preston Miner out of Frisco, Texas, and WSU will step in. He is a right-hander. Appeared in 11 games, 22 2/3 innings of work, 23 hits, 11 runs. He's walked 4 and struck out 18, and a 3.57 ERA. So he will take over for Josh Young, who went 6 strong and gave up 3 runs on 5 hits. 7, 8, and 9 for Haysville. It'll be Sperling, Martin, and Gordon. Sperling takes a hack at the first one, bounces it foul down the left side. It's 0-1. And takes a hack at pitch number 2, just gets a piece, and it's 0-2. Sperling hitless today, 0 for 1 with a hit by pitch. Did steal a base and score in the 5th. 2:10 at the start of the day. That is bounced left side. Nice play by Elliott to his left, over to first. Ball is in the dirt. Goes to the screen, and they're going to wave Sperling around. He will be over to third, in head first. And just like that, the Aviators have the go-ahead run at third base. Elliott had plenty of time. Just threw it in the dirt. So Sperling hustling on the play. He's around first and second, into third head first. And here's Nick Martin. Hitless tonight, 0 for 2. Out of Glendale Community College, doing the catching. First pitch to him is in there at the belt, and it's 0-1. All tied at 3. 2 very well-pitched ball games by both pitchers. That is bounced foul. No balls, 2 strikes, and nobody out. Sperling hit a routine ground ball to Elliott's left, and he threw it in the dirt. That is bounced left side. That'll get through for a base hit. And the Aviators take the lead 4-3. So Martin gets one through the left side. The infield was bunched up a little bit. Not sure whether Sperling was going on contact this late in the game, probably. But Martin with an RBI single, and he's aboard. That'll bring up Charles Gordon. Center fielder, 1 for 2 today with an RBI out of LSU Eunice. Still nobody out. So Preston Miner gives up a run pretty quickly. First pitch is bunted foul. Miner will show you an arm slot that's pretty much down to the side. So it'll be very difficult for the right-handers to keep that front side in. So it looks like the Aviators thinking small ball right here. And the pitch, that is into left field. Breeden over to his left. He will haul it in. And they're 1 away. Top of the order now for the Aviators. It'll be Thomas Stevens. He's having a tough out today. 2 for 3 with a homer and a run scored. Continues his hot last week. He's hitting over 500 in the last 7 days. First pitch to him, and he swings through it. And it's 0-1. Boy, he was way out ahead of that one. Nice change of pace by Preston Miner. No balls and a strike. That's swung on and missed. 0-2 now to Stevens. He's been out ahead of both pitches. No balls, 2 strikes, 1 away. And a runner. Runner goes. That is a little pop foul to the second baseman. And back to first. And the Aviators will get doubled up. But we've played 7. The Aviators get 1. They now lead at 4-3. We'll be right back.
Are you ready?
Welcome to Haysville, where you'll find award-winning schools for students of all ages in a family-friendly community. Waiting here for you.
Say hello to Haysville now.
And welcome back. We go to the top of the 8th. The Aviators got a run in the bottom. They lead it 4-3. 2, 3, and 4 scheduled for the Broncos. Ludwig back out for inning number 8. 95 pitches through 7. It'll be Kim, White, and Sparks. Here's Brant Kim. First pitch to him. In there for a strike. Kim 0 for 1 with a hit by pitch and a walk. He's out of Libertyville, Illinois. 4-3 Aviators. That is ripped to center. Gordon back into his right. Will get it on the run. And they're 1 away.
Now batting for the Broncos, number 4, Tanner White.
Now it's Tanner White. Tough out today, 2 for 3, a run score and a stolen base and an RBI. Continues his tear that he's been on in the last week, hitting over 500. Outside, ball 1. Ludwig being very careful with him. One ball and no strikes. And 1 away. A little broken bat, foul. Sounded like a broken piece of lumber, but I guess not. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 away, nobody on. Top of 8, Aviators with a 1-run lead, 4-3. Absolutely dead calm here at the ballpark, very comfortable. Pitch number 100 coming. That is bounced to the right side. Sperling, they had the shift on. Will field it. And there are 2 away.
Number 9, James Ritchie.
That'll throw off the old spray charts. Well, Sperling was playing just behind second base. So here is Tanner Sparks. 3 strikeouts tonight out of Shawnee. Second baseman. That's in the dirt. And it's 1-0. 1-0, almost hit him. And it's 2 balls and no strikes. No activity as of yet in the Aviator bullpen. Aviators thinking they might finish with Ludwig. That's in the dirt. And 3 straight balls to the cleanup man, Sparks. Hitless tonight, 268 at the start of the day. That won't go up. Here's the 3-0. That's right down the middle. And it's 3-1. That is a hot shot to the shortstop. Sperling stays with it. Over to first and just gets him by an eyelash. That ball was ripped. But that'll do it for the Broncos. We have played 7.5. Aviators will lead it 4-3. We'll be back.
Great things are happening in Haysville, a beautiful new activity center near Riggs Park to get in shape and have fun. A nationally recognized school system with new state-of-the-art facilities, great people, great neighborhoods, a great place to grow a family. So say hello to Haysville.
Say hello to Haysville now.
And welcome back. We go to the home half of the 8th. Aviators lead it 4-3 over the Broncos from El Dorado. 2, 3, and 4 scheduled for the Aviators. It'll be Robinson and the Reynoso boys. Minor out for inning number 2 since coming in the 7th. They gave up a run in the 7th, unearned, of course. Here is Chris Robinson. Shows bunt and takes one low, ball 1. Robinson hitless today, a couple of strikeouts, 0 for 3. East Texas Baptist product. 3:24 at the start of the day, gets the bunt down. And foul. Or he's out. Looks like he might have stepped on it. So it looks like Chris Robinson may have touched the baseball on the way down to first. And they're one away. So we'll call that one unassisted. And there's one away. Here's Levon Reynoso. 1 for 2 with a hit by pitch. Leading the league, 406. And the 1-0. That is swung on and fouled back. Reynoso fooled on the pitch. Backside was headed the other direction. I think with Minor, we need to focus on getting everything to the right side. Here's the 1-1. That way you'll stay in there. 2 balls and a strike. 261 night here at the old ballpark, celebrating all the employees at USD 261. That is low, 3-1. Skeeters are out in case you're keeping score at home. That is swung on and missed. Three balls, 2 strikes to the third baseman, Reynoso. That is bounced foul, just got a piece. Count remains 3-2. Minor with the sign. Here's the 3-2. That's inside, hit him. Well, second time tonight, Levon has been hit. And he's aboard with one away. Bottom of the 8th. And one out, 4-3 Haysville. Same two teams tomorrow night at El Dorado. First pitch at 7 o'clock. Head on over to McDonald Stadium. It's a great environment. It's a school night, I understand. And the first pitch to Dejon is in there for a strike. Doubled and scored in the second. He is 1 for 3. Oh, 1. That is to the shortstop. He's up with it over to second for 1. Back to first. Got him. So the Broncos turn it, and we have played 8. 4-3 Haysville. We'll be back.
Summer in Haysville, with families enjoying our hometown market. Plenty of summer activities and celebrations to last a lifetime. Join us for summertime fun.
Say hello to Haysville now.
And welcome back. We go to the 9th. Last chance for the Broncos. They trail it 4-3 over the Aviators. It'll be 5, 6, and 7 for the Broncos. It'll be Ken Woods and Breeden. Looks like Ben Ludwig will get the nod. He will go out for the 9th. 105 pitches on the night. Connor Ken, 1 for 3 with an RBI. First pitch to him. That's an off-speed pitch that misses inside. 1-0. Aviators 3 outs away from punching their ticket to the NBC World Series. And a 1-0, bounced foul. Devin Martin getting loose in the Aviator bullpen just in case. We owe you a this day in baseball history. We'll try to slide it in here in a minute. Maybe. Hopefully. 1 ball and 1 strike. Sure you folks are waiting patiently on that. Off-speed pitch catches the outside corner. Good backdoor breaking pitch. And it's 1-2. Dawson Woods will be next here in the top of the 9th. And a 1-2. That's high. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Tried to get him to chase something up around the chin. And it's 2-2. Here's the 2-2. Off-speed pitch floats high. 3 balls, 2 strikes to Connor Kent. 8 strikeouts on the evening for Ludwig. Here's the 3-2. That has popped foul down our way. And if I had 3 feet more of hands, I would have caught it. Count remains 3-2. And nobody out. That's in there and low. Didn't miss by much. Tough pitch to take, but it's a leadoff walk to Connor Kent. That'll bring up Dawson Woods. So a little drama here for the Aviators. They have had a tendency to do that as of late. Nothing simple for the Aviators. Here is Dawson Woods, 0 for 3 tonight. Out of Corsicana. Shows bunt and takes a ball. So the Broncos elect to go small ball here in the top of the ninth. Here's a 1-0. That's low. And they're telling Martin to speed it up. So Coach Spongeberg out of the dugout. And while we got a minute, let's do a little This Day in Baseball history. So on July the 13th in 1982, for the first time, the All-Star Game is played outside the United States as Montreal's Olympic Stadium hosts the National League's 11th straight victory. So the National League won the All-Star Game outside of the confines of the United States. This day in baseball history, July the 13th, 1982. There you have it. So it was played in Montreal that year. Must have got a deal on it or something. Conference is over. Ludwig going to continue to work. Martin getting hot. Runner at first and nobody out. That is swung on and fouled back. 2-1. Woods had a nice cut. Two balls and a strike. Connor Kent led it off with a walk. He's at first. And a 2-1. That's high and away. 3 balls and a strike. Three and 1. We'll see if Ludwig can get healthy. And high and away. So back-to-back walks issued to start the ninth. And it's first and second and nobody out. That'll bring up Zach Breeden. Hitless tonight with a strikeout, 0 for 3. Lakesville, Minnesota. Time is called. It looks like the Broncos are going to put in somebody to run for Connor Kent. The announcement here in just a minute. Is it just me or is it tough to pick up those numbers in digital camo? Yes, that's why they call it camo, right? Looks like that's going to be it for Ludwig. Spongeberg out of the dugout. Looks like they will go to Martin. So it looks like Devin Martin will come in. And take over for Ludwig. A nice hand for him. He will strike out 8. And will stand to win it if he can get out of it. But those runners are his responsibility. So it'll be Devin Martin. 11 1/3 innings of work so far this year. He's given up 10 hits. 4 runs, 2 of which were earned. 10 walks and 12 strikeouts. Very stingy ERA of 1.59. Does have 2 saves. This would certainly classify as a save opportunity. El Dorado with runners at first and second. Back-to-back walks to start the inning here in the ninth. So Devin Martone will take over, right-hander. Will come in. He will inherit a first and second no-out situation. He will face the 7th man of the order. That'll be Zach Breeden. Breeden lined out to the right fielder in the third, flew out to center in the fourth, and struck out in the sixth. So the tying run now at second base, go-ahead run at first. Aviators trying to get it done here in the top of the ninth. So they will need some help from Devin Martone, hard-throwing right-hander. Aviators at El Dorado tomorrow. First pitch at 7 o'clock. At Cheney on Monday. The Wednesday game versus Salina has been forfeited. And our next broadcast will be Thursday night right here at 7 o'clock versus Andale. Last ball game of the season. What's at stake? Aviators are one win away from clinching a berth into the NBC tournament. They will advance straight to championship week, so they will have a week off to rest those arms and get dialed in for the big tournament at X Stadium. Since Lawrence Dumont Stadium no longer exists, this year's tournament will be at X Stadium. Promises to be a great environment, and I'm looking forward to air conditioning. So Martone finishing his warm-up pitches. He is ready to go. So Ludwig goes 8 innings, strikes out 8. Gives up 3 runs on 5 hits. Fantastic outing for Ben Ludwig. Here's Zach Breeden. Infield is sneaking in. Shows bunt and takes an off-speed pitch outside, ball 1. Aviators need a double play ball or a strikeout in the worst way. No wind here at the ballpark. Very comfortable. Celebrating USD 261 tonight. Martone with the sign, couple of looks. He will step off. And he will chase a base runner back at second base. Pinch runner is number 15. He took over for Connor Kent. Ball and no strikes. Shows bunt. And he went. And it's a strike. 2-1. Excuse me, that'd be 1-1. He did offer. Bronco faithful in dugout seems to think he pulled back. He did not. 1-1. And nobody out. Corners are in. And the pitch. Shows bunt. That's in the dirt. And the throw down to third base gets away from Reynoso. And the run will score, and we're tied. So the Aviators shoot themselves in the foot again here in the ninth with a leadoff walk and an error. And we're tied at 4. Pitch was in the dirt. Throw was a little bit to the second base side of third. Reynoso unable to handle it. It was into the runner. 2 balls and a strike now to Breeden. Runner at first base. Still nobody out. And that's a fastball in there for a strike. Aviators have struggled as of late. The last week they're giving up over almost 7 runs a game. That's swung on and missed. And that'll do it for Breeden. And there's one away. So here's Jordan Griffin. 1 for 3, a couple of strikeouts, a run scored, and a stolen base. Very vulnerable to the off-speed pitch. We'll see how they play it. Runner at first, that is Woods. And just like I thought, they would start him out with something soft, and it's 1-0. Ludwig started the inning and gave up back-to-back walks. And the 1-0, that's low. 2 balls and no strikes to Jordan Griffin. LRC Georgia, center fielder tonight. Good lead over there by Dawson Woods. That's in there for a strike. Good fastball at the knees, 2-1. El Dorado not swinging it well in the last week, barely hitting 200. 2-1. That is to the shortstop. Sperling up with it over to second for one. Back to first, and the Aviators will turn it. But the Broncos get one, and we're tied at 4. We've played 8.5. We'll be right back.
Welcome to Haysville, where you'll find miles of lighted hike and bike trails that take you through beautiful neighborhoods and parks. Visit our activity center and see what you've been missing.
Say hello to Haysville now.
And welcome back. We go to the bottom of the 9th. We're all tied at 4. Broncos get a run in the top of the 3rd. 5, 6, and 7 for the Aviators. They will face Minor for the 3rd inning. It'll be Tooley, Candor, and Sperling. Here is Tooley. He is 0 for 2 with a sacrifice. Hitless tonight. This will be his first look at Minor out of Wichita State. And he takes a hack at the first one, and that is foul back out of play. No balls and a strike. Here's the 0-1. That's in there at the knees. Pretty good pitch there from Minor, and it's 0-2. And the 0-2 just outside. One ball, 2 strikes. Tooley hitting .286. Sticks the bat out, and that's rounded by the second baseman over to first. Not in time. That ball was fielded right in front of second base by Sparks. He came up with it cleanly, but Tooley just too fast. And the leadoff man is aboard. Good news for the Aviators. Opportunity to walk it off here in the bottom of the 9th. Here is Keaton Candor. Hitless tonight, 0 for 3. Does have an RBI out of Concordia. 281 at the start of the day. Tooley at first. Runs well. And the pitch. Shows bunt. and takes a pitch outside, ball one. You want to bunt strikes only. Sacrifice, you're giving yourself up. You're going to go ahead and square early and be sure you get the ball down. And shows bunt again. Takes low and 2-0. Gotta wonder if they maybe ask him to take a pitch here. We don't know. We will see. 2 balls, no strikes. Candor, a good eye for the baseball. Minor with the check. Here it is. Shows bunt. Gets it down. First base line. Foul. So 2-1. Thule will retreat back to first base. Two and one, runner at first. We're in the bottom of the ninth. We're all tied at 4. El Dorado and Haysville. With a win tonight, the Haysville will punch their ticket to the NBC World Series. Here's the 2-1, and that's behind him. And gets to the screen. Thule down to second. And that will be a wild pitch. I've said it before, and I'll say it again. You're never really prepared for a pitch behind you. You just don't see that many behind you. Three and one. You got to think that he may turn him loose right here, and time is called. Wood's out to talk to him. Thule needs to be sure that he doesn't get picked off at second base. He is the winning run. Aviators with a chance to walk it off. Three balls and a strike to Keaton Candor. The outfield is pulled in a smidge, anticipating a play at the plate. Here's a 3-1 outside, and Candor will draw the walk, and that's not a bad walk by Minor. Candor can hurt you in many ways. Here's Sterling Sperling. Oh for 2 tonight with a hit by pitch. Did steal a base, scored a couple of runs. So Sperling will be looking to get something at least to the right side. And the first pitch to him shows bunt. And takes a strike. 0-1. No balls and a strike. And nobody out. We're in the bottom of the ninth. 4-4 ball game. That's in the dirt. Blocked nicely by the umpire. And it's 1-1. Actually, that looks like they're going to say he offered. That's 0-2. My apologies. No balls, 2 strikes to Sperling. Shortstop tonight out of Scottsdale Community College. 0-2, and Minor will step off and chase Thule back. Thule represents the winning run here in the bottom of the ninth. Oh-2, shows bunt. And fouls it back, and that'll do it for Sperling. Not the best of at-bats that I have seen this year. And they're 1 away. That'll bring up Nick Martin. Time is called. Coach Spongeberg down the line. Looks like he is going to go to the bench. He is going to go to a pinch hitter. We will see who it is. Just a moment. Looks like they will call on Jake Schaefer out of Glendale Community College to step in. 2:56 on the season. Well, he will step in and have his first hacks of the ball game. One away. So Schaefer with an opportunity to drive in the winning run with a base hit. Looks like the El Dorado Broncos are going to switch around. Looks like Elliott will go to second base and Sparks will go to third base. So Schaefer will step in with one away. And the first pitch to him, that's inside. Ball one. So Schaefer hitting for Martin here in the bottom of the ninth. First and second, one out. Tooley started it off with an infield hit, followed by a walk to Candor. Strikeout to Sperling, and there's one away, and you're caught up. That's outside, 2-0. Charlie Gordon would be next. Two balls, no strikes. And it is fisted foul down the right side. And it's 2-1. Two balls and a strike, one away. First and second, bottom of the ninth, we're all tied at 4. Here's the 2-1. That's high and away, 3-1. Good take there by Schaefer. Tough pitch to lay off of. That was right up around the letters. Three and one. Travis Harvey getting loose in the Aviator bullpen. Here's the 3-1. That is swung on, foul straight back. Schaefer with a good hack. That'll run the count to 3-2. Hasn't been easy for the Aviators as of late. Top of the ninth, very productive for the Broncos. They took advantage of leadoff walks, 2 of them to be exact. Here's the 3-2. And one away. That's in the dirt, and they're loaded. Again, not a bad play for Minor. Has to be very careful with Schaefer. He's one of those guys that can hurt you too. So they're loaded with one away. This will bring up Charlie Gordon. Infield will come in. Outfield will scoot up. Gordon 1 for 3 tonight. Singled in the fifth and drove in a run. First pitch to him. That's fisted foul. He had a good hack. And it's 0-1. All tied at 4. Bases loaded. One away. And bottom of the ninth, Aviators trying to walk it off. Charlie Gordon trying to get it done. And Tooley will steal home. And the pitch is behind him. And the Aviators will walk it off. Aviators are going to win it 5-4. Tooley was off with the pitch. He was halfway down. And the pitch was behind. And here are your totals. For the Broncos, 4 runs, 5 hits, and a couple of errors. For the Aviators, 5 runs, 7 hits, and 1 error. The Aviators go to 20-11. El Dorado goes to 15-15. The win will go to Martone, and the loss will go to Minor. Again, the Aviators are out of town until next Thursday. We will have it for you. That'll be our final home game of the season. For Chris, I'm Todd. Thanks so long from Haysville. The Aviators win at 5-4. We will see you on Thursday.
Are you ready?